And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and it is Sunday, and you know what that means. It's time for weekly purchases, that time of the week where we investigate what came through the door via DHL, Amazon, UPS, United States Postal Service, FedEx, and of course, that old cagey outlaw, one Waylon Jennings. It is the weekly purchases, and another big week of weekly purchases to kick off 2025. Hopefully everybody made it through 2024 and into 2025. A lot going on every single day on this channel, and a lot probably going on for you as well. But here we are, 2025, and we're kicking it off with the first really official weekly purchases. People getting back in the swing of things. Vacations are done for the most part. It's time to get the ground running, or hitting the ground running, I guess is what we're doing right now. But here we are, and we're going to kick it off, of course, with a little housekeeping before the weekly purchases. And my wife is back from her trip to Arkansas. Beautiful this time of year, so she'll be here for the mailbag as well. But we do got the Patreon giveaway, new month, new Patreon giveaway. Got that right here. Once again, Big Rubber Guys. This time we got Matt Hardy. And of course, we'll have the winner of the Big Rubber Guys, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, up on Patreon this weekend. So stay tuned for that, all you Patreon members. That was a heck of a giveaway. A lot of people in on that one. Hopefully a lot of people in on this Matt Hardy as well. The Big Rubber Guys keep marching on, and we've been unboxing every single one of them here on the channel. But this will be the giveaway for the month of January. One broken Matt Hardy, and we're not done with giveaways. Oh no, we got the twist tie giveaway. It's finally officially 2025. I got the total end right here, the end game of all the clip ties for the year, as you can see right there. So go over to my Instagram page, of course, the _Kyle_Peterson. Check it out over there, of course, on Instagram. Find the post with this one and get your guess in. What do you think this package weighs? This package right here is all the clip ties from 2024. 95% of these probably McFarlane toys over there on the couch, but a lot of twist ties in 2024. And we're going to do a special contest. So once again, head over to Instagram, find the post, and you can possibly win a fabulous prize if you can guess the weight correctly. So check out the old Instagram as well. And a lot going on this YouTube channel as well. We're finishing up all the year-end countdown best of videos. Probably nobody doing more best of end of year videos than myself, of course, as you guys have seen on the channel over the last 2 months almost at this point. But we unboxed a lot of stuff, and we got to count everything down. But coming this week on Kyle Peterson 1.0, sure, why not, 1.0, we will have the absolute best top 10. The top 10 just winners from different brackets all coming together to find my top 10 action figures of 2024. So stay tuned to that video. Of course, Patreon members getting all these videos way earlier than traditional YouTube. So check that out. This week, we're going to finish off the best of 2024. We'll have the top 10 Mattel Elites of the year. We got a lot of good stuff to come. So stay tuned for those. I also filmed my Q&A videos. I talked to you guys I was going to do an Instagram Q&A and a YouTube Q&A. Have both of those filmed. They will, of course, be up on Patreon about, I don't know, an hour each of those videos. We will have those answering all your guys and you gals questions. So be ready for that video as well here in the month of January. And then more stuff over on Patreon. Of course, I did put up a special bonus episode in December. It is a collection tour. It is a good friend of the channel's collection tour, and it's only going to be on Patreon. It's not going to go to traditional YouTube. So that video is up on Patreon right now for all the members. So check that out if that is one of your things. But a lot going on every single day on the channel and on the Patreon. And speaking of collection tours, hopefully by now you've checked out mine. I get questions almost every single day. Hey, you can do a collection tour. Well, I finally did do one. Part 1 and Part 2. Both of those up on YouTube as we speak. Check them out. Of course, Part 2, I give a little bit more collection tour, some other parts of the collection I've never shown before, but we also get a little Q&A on the back half of that as well with all the questions that always come about the collection. What are you using inside your Detolfs? What are your Detolfs standing on? What kind of risers do you use for your turtles? That kind of stuff. So check out that video if you happen to miss that. But that looks like the housekeeping right there. Now we got to get down to it. We got to bring the mail girl in. We got to get down to question of the week. All right, time for the mailbag. My wife, Angie, is here. Angie, we all missed you last week. You were off on vacation. How was your week last week?
Good.
Good. Where did you go?
Arkansas.
How was Arkansas? Beautiful this time of year, I'm sure.
Golfing.
You were
golfing,
golfing,
walking around.
Golfing, walking around, going to the Crystal Village. Was that what it was called or something like that? Crystal Bridges.
Crystal Bridges.
See, I remember more. I wasn't even invited, and I wasn't even there, and I remember more of it. But you tried to go to the Walmart Museum. That's where I'd want to go if I could go down there. Would probably want to go. And
Under construction.
Under construction. That's a hard time. That's disappointment. Everybody wants to go to that Walmart Museum, I'm sure. Last time I was down there, I had a meeting with Walmart. That was the last time. And, of course, I stopped by and hung out with your mom, of course. I did. So I was down there, and I had a meeting at the Walmart offices. It was a wild time, let me tell you. I said, guys, I need to get down to the business on this Superstars distribution. And they'll be like, Kyle, wait a minute. You don't work for Mattel. Why are you talking Mattel business? Well, I'm just checking. I just wanted to check on that. I want to talk about my stuff for my company, but I also want to check on this stuff. Maybe not, but I did make an appearance at Walmart number 1. Had to go to Walmart number 1. Of course, every Walmart store is numbered. Had to go to that first one and see what all the fuss was about. And really, it looked like just any other Walmart, but it was pretty big.
I went there for you. Went figure hunting.
Oh, that's right. She did a little figure hunting and hot garbage down there.
No filming, but...
It was so bad down there. Some of the pictures she showed me, I said, what? Did you go back in time? Is that where you went back in Arkansas? It was even worse than my area. And so, pretty tough down there. Shout out to all you Arkansonians. Is that what they're called?
I don't know.
You're kind of part Arkansas since your mom temporarily lives there part of the year, so you're kind of part Arkansasian as well. Mm-hmm. So shout out to you. But you'll be going back next year, you think?
Probably.
Will I get to come?
I can figure out all the dogs and the kids.
I don't know. She always wants a week away from me each year. And I said, oh, yeah, you just leave. You go off with your sisters and go have your fun. I'll stay home with the dogs and these kids, these mangy kids. And I'll just keep track of them, feed them pizza rolls. I'll just do the usual stuff. But I hope you had time. But we all missed you. A lot of people said, I'm not going to tune in this week because Angie's not here. That's what I heard from many people. So shout out to have you back here this week, Angie. So
you're welcome.
You ready to go? You ready to go with the mailbag?
Yes.
A new year, new you. That's right. Oh, boy. And Angie, you know what? March is the big anniversary of this very YouTube channel in March. We'll have the 5-year anniversary. Can you believe that? Remember back when we did the 1-year anniversary special on this channel? If you missed that video, what are you guys doing at this point? Search that video out. Angie was there. Both kids were there. I think John Cena was there. Matt Cardona was there. Brian Myers. Smart Mark Sterling was there. He was a part of it. That old cagey outlaw Waylon Jennings even sang a song. Yes, everybody asked me a question. That could have been the question of the week this week. Who's that Waylon Jennings you always talk about? Mm-hmm. He's in that video and he sings a song for everybody. If you never saw that 1-year special, man, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? That's what I'm going to say. So now we got to top it with the 5-year anniversary. So we're dangerously close here. We got about 3 months till the 5-year anniversary special. We'll have to get some special guests. We'll have to do something special. There'll have to be some giveaways. But we also want to hit 50,000 subscribers by then. So we need about, I don't know, a little over 2,000-3,000 subscribers, something like that by March. So it's going to be down to the wire. It's going to be a nail biter. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. And Angie has told me, she wanted me to tell you right now, she will be in a bikini if we hit 50,000 subscribers for that episode. So she said it, not me. It was nice of you to offer that up. So we'll be ready for that. You'll be in the bikini top for the video. It's going to be amazing. Stay tuned to that. Hopefully we get to 50,000 subscribers, because if we don't, Angie, you can't wear that bikini. I know you wanted to wear it today, and I wouldn't let you, but I said, let's save that for the 5-year anniversary special. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But let's get down to the question. But the first question here, I want to put this in here. It's from Mr. Syntastic, my old buddy Oleg out there. Shout out to him. Question of the week, what is the one toy you want most that you don't have in your collection yet? I'm not going to answer that here, as I actually have that video upcoming. I am doing a new video, which I did last year as well. Top 10 things I am currently searching, currently looking for. So I'll have that question in that one. But Angie, take it away with the real question of the week.
Spawn 3x5. Some lines you don't collect and why?
Oh, some lines I don't collect and why. So
no room.
No room at the inn. That's what they said once upon a time around this time of year. What don't I collect? So I don't collect a lot of like kids' toys. That's kind of like one of those things. Like kids' toy, could you define? But like little kids' toys, little tykes, things like that. Little kids' Playmates, Ninja Turtle stuff. I don't collect any of that kind of stuff. But the main brands, I do collect a lot of that. But there is stuff, I just never collected, like Brave Star and Silverhawks back in the day because they were not on in my local area as far as cartoons. Angie, were they available for you as a kid? Do you remember Brave Star?
No.
Do you remember Silverhawks?
No, I don't
She's like,
know.
what language are you speaking? So there's stuff like that. But there's probably newer lines. I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff out there like FGTV and the Skibbity Toilets and that kind of stuff that's just way beyond my capacity for learning at this point. That's for the kids and stuff. But I do collect most things. I mean, I don't collect all the wrestling lines as far as like main events and stuff, just because just not enough meat on the bone for me with that one there. But just there's a lot of little lines, little ancillary stuff. And basically, if I didn't grow up as a fan of it, I'm probably not collecting it. Now, there is things in this modern day like Mythic Legions and Savage Crucible, some cool things I do dive into. But you can't get it all, that is for sure. But there's a lot of classic lines I don't pick up, Angie, as you guys, or as you know. There's a lot of other things. I mean, I would think there's more stuff I don't collect than I do collect over the history of toys and all that kind of stuff. I mean, Major Bendy's is a big example. Those are wrestling figures, but I was never really a Bendy guy. And Angie's just bored to tears by them. Oh, jeez. Well, I didn't know you were so bored by this conversation here. But
I'm so tired.
Oh, please. Like you've been on the road to Arkansas or something like that. Who knows what you've been doing? But Angie, is there any lines you think I should start collecting? No. Barbies. That's one. So like I don't collect any Barbies or dolls or any of that. But I am very thrilled to, I think I've talked about it on a few fig hunt videos as of late. My daughters, Emma and Elle, are both collecting a little bit of Jurassic Park. Now, I was never a dinosaur kid. I was never a Cars, Trucks kid. Kind of lumped those people together. Those were kind of the people over on the outside of the sandbox is what they were. But not going to tell that to my kids. But I'm just happy they're collecting something. So it's a little fun going to Target right now. We're looking for Mosasaurus's or whatever that is. And it's a dangerous game for me. It's like, yeah, you know, we could get that. But if they said, oh, can I get this new Taylor Swift vinyl? Can I get this? You don't need any of that. Come on. Are you kidding me? Listen to it on iTunes. But then, I need this $50 Mosasaurus. Yeah, you do. Why can't you get that one? So it's a slippery slope there, but enjoying some of that. So I guess by proxy, we're kind of collecting some Jurassic Parks as of right now. So we'll see. You got to find some dinosaur deals. It's the infancy of the collection here. And of course, I just had some of those Heman collection figures, the like 6-inch scaled ones that I sold. And I basically gave those away. Uh-oh. What?
I thought I was going to yawn again.
Oh, she's going to yawn. I thought you were going to sneeze, or I thought you were going to cry. I didn't know what bodily functions you were going to do here at the table today.
I got a lot of problems. I put perfume on. It's not.
Oh boy,
I can't.
Dangerous. Well, we'll end this short. You go strip your clothes off and go upstairs, and we'll get down to it. We'll give you a shower. It'll be a golden shower, is what it'll be. It'll just be beautiful. So be ready for that. But that is it. That's the question of the week, Angie. As usual, great to have you here. I just couldn't imagine my life without you that last week. I was just really tough. I was hanging on every text message. I would text you, and she would read it, and she wouldn't answer back. And I'm like, uh-oh, she's probably in trouble. She is in Arkansas, after all. You never know what might go on in the wilds of Arkansas. So I was just waiting to hear your voice every single day. It was a wild adventure without you, and it's good to have you home. And it's good to have you back answering questions. So we'll be back. And of course, if you want to be question of the week, put it in the comments of this very video. And who knows, maybe Angie will read it next week. And shortly, maybe she'll read it in a bikini. We'll see what happens. But stay tuned. Maybe a one piece. Maybe a note piece. You never know. We'll see what happens. Maybe just some tape. We'll just get some tape and that'll cover it all. There you go.
Oh my God.
More to come. But of course, up next, the weekly purchases. All right, time to dive into the weekly purchases part 1. We got at least 2 rounds of weekly purchases this week. A fairly busy week after all. We did get a few things through the door this week, of course, and started off with our friends over at jaystoysandgames.com. I used discount code Kyle to save myself 15% on all in-stock items. $65, save 15%. Got to get a deal all day long. I did get the glow-in-the-dark scratch over there at Jay's this week, so shout out to them, of course. I also went over to Jay's and I did pick these up. I picked up the brand new Brave New World, like a young Iron Maiden. We got the new Red Hulk right here. We got the brand new Captain America, of course, old Sam there. Don't call him Uncle Sam. He's offended by that, I have heard. And then, of course, we got the new Falcon. I don't know. Is this my Falcon? I don't know. We'll see what happens. But have to see the movie to decide what I really think of these characters, I think is the way it goes. We got those through the door. Shout out to my good buddy Rob over there at Savage Crucible. He did send me a little Savage Crucible, a new figure here Very anxious to get into this one. We will do a review on this on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But this one I saw for the first time with my very own eyes at the Kane County Toy Show this fall, and I was very excited to see this one. I really like the looks of this, so I can't wait to dive into that one as well. So stay tuned to that on the channel. And then a little Cosmic Legion through the door this week. And then, man, these are one of those sets here. It comes with 6 different heads, different arms, different weapons. Truly a choose-your-own-adventure set, and one of those ones that drives me nuts because it makes me want to get 6 different figures so I can display each one of them. We'll see what happens in the future. We got that one through the door as well this week. Did get an Amazon order. I did finally get my second Night Creeper. I've been threatening this for months. Finally got it down to a discount. I think it was like $11.99 at Amazon. I did pull the trigger so I can display both looks for the Night Creeper. Got that one. Like a lot of people, I did get my Necroconda from Walmart this week. I got one a long time ago. This is my mint on card example. So I did get that from Walmart, and thankfully came mint on card. So you never know with Walmart from time to time. Also, a little bit of a Masters of the Universe week this week. Faker, of course, Faker. It's not He-Man, it's Faker. You can tell by the blue skin, of course. Mondo, Masters of the Universe, through the door this week. And then one we already unboxed on the channel. It is the Sky Sled. A little bit of mixed bag on this one, I will say. And unfortunately, you Patreon members already know this. I've had a rough go with Mondo the last couple of unboxings. They're all up on Patreon right now. All the gory details over there. Eventually, they will be on traditional YouTube. But be prepared for the first meltdowns of 2025. But there's round number 1 of weekly purchases. Now we get over to round number 2. All right, time for round number 2 of weekly purchases, and then we'll finish up the week right here. Let's dive into some wrestling. How about this week? Got an interesting one. Rush Collectibles. I know, controversial, of course. We did unbox the French Angel, Bronson Reed, Roadblock, Larry Zbyszko, Chris Van Vliet. We unboxed all of them. Pickering, Canada's own. Shout out to everybody over there in Pickering. But a very interesting one through the door this week. It is Frankenstein's Monster. And on the surface, this looks really, really good for what it is. We will dive into the figure, so stay tuned to this unboxing on the channel sooner rather than later. So I got that via Rush Collectibles. How about a little bit more retro action? Zombie Sailor Toys, Big Bully Busick through the door this week. How about the Ultra Bloody, good friend of the channel, Matt Cardona Ultra Bloody Edition right there. No gimmicks needed here today. Chris Candido from Zombie Sailor. And then, of course, Hercules Paul Roma version 2 limited edition. What was this? Black Friday exclusive, I believe, over there at Zombie. So a little bit more retros coming through the door this week as well. We're here for it. You know, it's just a retro channel at the end of the day, isn't it? It feels like it. It's definitely a classics channel, as we do know. But got those through the door. Already unboxed this one. This one came through the door as well. It is the brand new Vampiro figure. Shout out to Vampiro for actually watching the review and saying, hey, if he ever meets me, he will autograph this on the house for me. So very nice of Vampiro to say that. Very cool there, of course. So shout out to Vampiro. How about a little Brandon Cutler chase? Finally got this one in the collection here. Coming to an unboxing before you know it. Very colorful figure here. Really like the looks of this one. Can't wait to dive into that on the channel as well. And then, of course, I did pick this bad boy up over there at Entertainment Earth using discount code Kyle to save myself 10%. Pick this one up, part of their big sale going on. It is a Mezco Snake Eyes in Timber. Thought I'd check what all the fuss is about. I've got all of these ones for the most part. I didn't get the San Diego Comic-Con Snake Eyes. I also have not got Duke. So Duke, maybe in the future, we'll see what happens. But I dabble in the Mezcos, as you guys know. I've had a Storm Shadow I unboxed like 4 months ago. I just haven't edited the video yet. One of these days, it'll come to Kyle Peterson 2.0 or maybe Kyle Peterson 1.0. Stay tuned for that as well. Got to go back to our friends over there at JCD and Hobby, jaystoysandgames.com. They got a lot of big stuff coming, so be on the lookout for them in 2025. But they did have the Mr. Perfect Chase Edition. I've been trying to track this down forever, and lo and behold, it was right in front of my nose at their store. So I did pick up this Mr. Perfect Main Event Chase. We'll unbox those Mr. Perfects on the channel here shortly as well. Also, back to Entertainment Earth. Sometimes you got to get a deal. Now, this one just was short of free shipping. You needed $99 to get free shipping. Well, I went over to Entertainment Earth. I said, what do they got for deals? What do they got for clearance? Sometimes you buy something cheap, gets you over the hump for clearance, saves you all that shipping money, and you get a figure for just a couple of dollars. That's what I did, is I basically got this for free, It is a main event showdown, Damian Priest, Finn Balor. Maybe not the best ever. We'll see what all the fuss is about with this one, but very cool to be able to kind of get this free to get free shipping, if you know how that math works there. We've all done it. We've all done it. Also, got to get a deal out there. I did get another Commander Steel for $6 and change at Target. I really like this figure because it is really simple, but very colorful at the same time. I might use this as a custom in the future. So I figured for $6 I can play around with it and it won't be the end of the world if I break this or something happens trying to make a custom out of it. So I did get that one this week. Also, talk about a long game. I didn't even know. It was so long I didn't even know I was playing it. But I saw this on Amazon for $15.99 with free shipping. I said, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. It is the Dread Lantern Dark Knights Metal, of course, gold label exclusive. For $15 and change, that is worth it at the end of the day. And then speaking of a deal, $11.99 Superman 2-pack. Future giveaway here on the channel, so stay tuned for this. I will give that away. I said $11.99, I'll pick that up and I'll give it away to somebody. So future giveaway, the 2 Superman right there. Now we go back to our friends over there at jaystoysandgames.com. I did many visits to there this week. I did pick up the Page Puncher Platinum Shazam, of course. Now, I did unbox this, the regular edition, over on Kyle Peterson 2.0 last week. Check out that video. We'll get this one done as well. So stay tuned to that in the future. Also picked up the Platinum Mr. Terrific, truly terrific, of course. Picked up his Platinum over there at jaystoysandgames.com. And then I got the regular edition as well. Got those over there at Jay's Toys and Games. And then the big one this week, finally here, and I did pick it up at Jay's Toys and Games. It is the Platinum Edition Christopher Reeve Superman and the regular edition Christopher Reeve Superman. So very, very cool to get these ones here. Can't wait to dive into the Christopher Reeve editions of the Superman. For a lot of kids my age growing up, I wasn't alive in the 70s when the movie came out, but in the 80s, cable television, that movie was on all the time. So when I think of Superman, that's where my brain goes, like a lot of other people as well. So can't wait to dive into those on the channel as well. So a lot of stuff to keep me busy this week as far as weekly purchases go. But what about your weekly purchases? How did it go this week for you? What did you pick up? What did you find out there in the old mean streets? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, you got a question for the mailbag next week. Stick that down below as well while you're here. Check out the Patreon for all kinds of stuff. A lot going on the Patreon. Appreciate all the support over there. ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget my TikTok channel, of course. TikTok Sweep of the Nation. Or maybe not. Maybe being shut down soon. We'll see what happens with that as well. You can hit me up at SirPaul64 over there on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. And of course, my book, now available on Kindle, The Complete Guide to the Jakks Class Superstar Series. Don't want to forget that. Never forget that. Never forget the book as well. Talked about the 5-year anniversary of the channel. Well, the 1-year anniversary of the book is in March as well. So pick up a copy if you have not already. So there you go for another week of weekly purchases. You know what I'm doing. I'm rocking and rolling, strutting and strolling my way into another work week.